Hello. Thank you for taking some time to share this space with me right here and this quick video that I want to do on the release of Soulship. And first off, it's more a detailed, extremely detailed story, uh, more so than Dreamweaver when I did that in 17. I came out and wrote that for the kids and adults who are open to receive it. The energies are way more available now, so that's why I waited for to release Soulship. I took my time with it too. Um, but it's a multi-dimensional book. It's not just about my embodied enlightenment, the self-realization process. I come out all the way and I speak about myself in a very deep way, in a very real way. But I start out as a real short, as short as I can be, um, autobiography, and then I kind of bridge in a little bit of dream work and shamanic initiation with that. And you know, they say that you can't change your past, or the past is over, it's done. I don't agree, because that's what I did with this. You can. It happened, but the whole thing about healing is that it doesn't run your life. You know, and when I work in the all at once, so working within a quantum level, you can do anything at any time, right now in this present moment. And so by going back to the past, you can change the storylines and heal it. And it's still occurring right now, but it's not something that runs again. That's the whole premise behind this whole healing thing, because there's certainly no fixing involved. So I bring in some shamanic work in it, and some shamanic initiation, and what happened with all that, and how I came into my work that I do, my healing work and life coaching and all that. And then I bring in also the realization process, and I speak about the soul voice aspects and facets, the integration process, and you know, to make it very real. It's not like you beam into a ball of light and you float away. I mean, maybe some people do, but it didn't happen to me. You know, maybe somewhere down the line, of course, you know, when you hit this way of being, because it's a state of being, no one gets out of here alive. So, in the old nature, old way of being, and old biology is that we're of a nature of to get sick and die and get a disease and die. But when you bring the light body in, you not only slow down the aging process, but you don't get sick the old way of how it used to be. So, you know, when the time comes, there is that newness of leaving the physical body. I touch upon a lot of the technologies that are coming at us fairly quickly. Of course, they're waiting for the 20s to come around. They have been waiting for it. The ones with technology. But the other technology I talk about is the technology that comes with being aware. And it really, everything has to do with awareness and consciousness, being aware. Bringing your consciousness to and aware of that. That's what's happening. And so there's a change in the technology with the changing of consciousness. So not only do I speak of it as an autobiography and shamanic stuff that I bring in, and I bridge the shamanism with embodied enlightenment, self-realization, which I feel is a new territory, and I'm honored to do the work. But to make it real, you know, I'm coming out here and I'm just boldly stating the memories that I have and who I am, and that have come to me because I travel. I have that opportunity that I can't say that everybody that has gone through their self-realization process may have the opportunity to go and do shamanic journeys. I had more of the opportunity to go see with my strong eye, to move outside of time and space, to move into the all at once, and to see the multiverse, and to get this information. Other people just have it. I mean, it could come to you driving your car, or taking a shower, or wherever you are. You know, taking a nice trip out in the country or something. Well, however it comes to you, it comes to you. But for me, I had the opportunity of doing the shamanism first, and then through that, there's a doorway. And I was able to see the stories, because that's exactly what they are. With me, it's very unique, you know? It's inevitable that the human race is going to wake up. That's pretty much the mission, is that we're waking up to who we really are. You know, we're having this experience of being human. We've had many experiences being human, but we've had experiences of being, animals and insects and non-anaerobic and anaerobic and all sorts of, trees and all sorts of things and non-things. So, and that's our multidimensionality. Anyway, so that's pretty much Soulship is pretty much my story, but I also talk about consciousness and energy and how it works, and we're beings of abundance. That's who we are. It took me a while, although I could say that it was more of a quickening for me how fast it came. But that was my struggle in life, was money and abundance. It was always, I couldn't gather it. It was like a fear, and my fear was pushing away, or if I had it, I get rid of it real quick. So I couldn't find the balance of it. And I can't say that I have tons of money at all. Sometimes I have nothing at all, but I don't see it that way. See, when you get to this point, it comes to you. Whatever you need comes to you. And sometimes it could be whatever need. It comes as surplus, and then and you'll find out later on why. Something happens. It's an interesting way to exist, because it's a different navigation, because you're moving through a different type of sense. And so to go back just a little bit, because I'm almost done, the shamanism again, and the old, and everything's being upgraded into the new frequencies, even how in the indigenous people and medicines and the healing thing, all that. There's no fixing the self, and when you realize that, then you can just go, and you can really live like you can live, and you can do whatever you want. There's no restrictions. I'm not better than, but I'm also not worse than. There's no better, no worse. We're all having this human experience. And when you wake up to this, amazing things happen. You're not just sitting on the surface of the book, It's not just a surface where there's a cover. And living a third-dimensional life where the sun comes up, the sun goes down, you live your average life, you raise children, you get old and die. No, there's not only pages underneath, there's lots of pages to the whole story that you could have dove into. There's the back. It's multidimensional, your life and who you are. And so I speak about all of this in my own way, with my own story, and perhaps it may spark something with you, or you are in the middle of writing your story and it will help, or whatever. I don't know. When I wrote my story, I couldn't really be exposed to too much of the outside, other people's happenings and what they were going through, because I'm highly influenced. And so I had to make sure that when I did this, I was like pretty much in a cave. I mean, most writers, and when they write their books or write stories, you have to put yourself, in a cave a little bit. Anyway, but this was so different, because this is such a unique story. This is such a unique book, I want to say. Again, it's multidimensional. So it's not like I was writing a fiction book, like a story of science fiction, or the alien races come down, or government conspiracy book, or something that you're pulling out of the imagination, which is really all it is. But no, it's my story within the kingdom within me, and of course that I found out that's where all it is out there. And so and that's part of the realization, is that once you realize that the out there is not out there, is that it's in here. And to make it very real, it's not, I'm still human, and I still have all those human things that everybody, Muriel is still very present, except there's more than the Muriel. There's more than, I feel so much more, I experience so much more. I don't have to really go anywhere, and just I feel really good, even when things that would happen I perceived as something that was unfortunate, but it's not anymore. It changes, there's challenges, the words change, all of it. So it's a fabulous place to be, and I'm glad that I was able to sit myself down and to focus enough to get this story written and to get this book done and to present it to you. There's a lot of things, not just my story up to like 100 pages, up to about 100 page 100. There's artwork in here from various artists around the world. And again, I talk about the different things about the realization process, what happens to you, the splitting open. Everybody goes through it differently. I just share what happened to me, and maybe you draw just a little bit from that, And there are things that make us human that we can relate to. It doesn't matter who you are and what country you're from, or what sex you are, or religions or belief and stuff like that. And then I talk about, again, the future towards the back. It really gets, in a small amount of time, there's a lot of information in here. I feel it's a manual too. It's not just my story. So again, it's multidimensional. So I could just keep on talking, but I won't. I want to just keep it to about 10 minutes here. So thank you for your time. Thank you for supporting me. It's the paperback for now is a little bit pricey. It was $30. It's not really that bad, but as far as paperbacks, usually $15 to $20. But it's because there's artwork in here. And it's full color. Artists all around the world that contributed their creativity for this. So thank you guys, and anybody that supported me too in their own way, not just the financial stuff, which I really appreciate that people could give to that. So thank you. But yeah. The ebook is much cheaper. It's $4.44. So, but the paperback is always just nice to have in your hand. And I think that's all I'm going to say for now. I will be at the Holistic Fair in Pueblo this weekend, April 6th to the 7th, both those days in Colorado. And I know that my friends that are in a different country, I'll see you there in consciousness. But those who are in the area, feel free to stop on by, and I'll be signing some books, and I'll have my other books available too. My lyric book and Dreamweaver are available, so bring the full family, and I'll be providing my healings and readings or body work or anything you need for yourself while you came to my table. The reason why you're there is because you're there seeing me, and you'll find out why. But anyway, thank you so much for supporting Soulship again. And visit me in urielshickman.com or Amazon Author Central, on where you can see all my books and my writings. So when they're updated on my blog, go in there too. So they have it set up a certain way so that my blog entries get placed in there. It's kind of neat technology nowadays. So without any further ado, thank you so much, and many blessings in your journey. And thank you for supporting my work. I love you.